Awesome music to start this with. First gotta have a warm engine, but not too hot of an engine before draining the oil. So I've let it sit for half an hour or an hour. And okay, I've already taken the cap off of the oil and I dropped it. So I'm gonna have to fetch it from down there. Can't aim both light and camera. Okay, so warm oil, took off the plastic cap here, opened up cap. You want to open up the cap before draining because that way it will not be a suction, like air can go in and push the oil out. Rex is helping. We jacked up the car on this side with the jack stand for safety. The reason this side is because in here I can get the oil filter, the orange thing there. So now, hopefully I can be heard past the music. I'm gonna check what size of bolt I need. So, under the engine here, got bolts right there. That's the oil pan bolts. Let's see which size I need. I was able to get the cap out, and it's a 17mm socket. So, I'll try to break this seal on the bolt. Oh, need 2 hands. I forgot to say, also a good idea to have a wheel chock. I did start with that, I just forgot to say it. And also you want to have cardboard under your drain pan. And with 2 hands, putting my left hand on the frame to be able to push up on that and down on the wrench. I was able to break the bolt right in there. And now, finger untie, and it's just barely starting to not quite drip, but I think I'm ready. I'm gonna open this, and it's gonna shoot out this way. So you really want the edge of this pan to be right below this. It's to catch what drops, but most of it's gonna go flying that direction. So that's one thing to keep in mind. This is usually messy. Ooh, easy peasy. They say I'm supposed to replace this crush ring? I'm like, fuck, I hate replacing stuff like that. It's like, reuse, should really reuse. I mean, obviously they don't want oil leaking. But I'm going to try reusing it and see if it will leak or not. Okay, I can put this here and let that drain. And then, oh, I need to drop the car. Let's do that. I'm going to do that off camera. Drop the car so that it can be level and properly drip drain. Probably a good idea to leave it drip draining for a while, although I can do the filter at this time. Should be able to, by hand, undo it. Yeah, it's fine. The thing is that it will be very messy. I want to just see if by hand I can start it. A lot of time people do it too tight. Gotta find my tool. Okay, turns out my purpose fit tool for taking off the oil filter doesn't fit. It's like the filter's too small for it to grab it. So I used this wrench, not best. Still could have used a bigger wrench because it started denting it, compressing it, but it worked. Somebody installed this too tight, or it tightens over time, I suppose. I was wearing heavy-duty gloves too, because it's a lot of finger pressure to crank on it. But now it's ready to, it's loose enough. So a trick that I've never tried, but because once you take this out, oil's gonna fall everywhere. So I'm gonna move this a little closer, but plastic bag. Apparently, this is hard to do with one hand, you know? And take a video. Correct the mess. Now I should be able to, with slippery bag, finish turning it. Head. It's only supposed to be hand tight. It's crazy how tight that was. I've never done this before with a plastic bag, but apparently that's the trick to this mess. It's not gonna work. Still tons of leaking. No idea what people are thinking. The plastic bag helps. Oh, it's so much thread. It's still threaded. Spun it like 10 times. Still gotta wipe that clean with paper towel. Oh yeah! Wipe that up. Even though it looks dirty, it's okay, I guess. And it's still draining. You see that? So, I'm gonna leave it for a while. Let it fully drain. I suppose I could put in a new oil filter now. You want to fill the oil filter with a little bit of fresh oil and put a little bit of oil along this gasket, and that's the only trick to that. And then get it in there and turn it on. Hand tight. Hi, Rex. Should probably just fall over, make a huge mess doing this on camera. One-handed operation. We fine. Probably not. Oh my god. Yep, not fine. I have too much oil in there. Crap. Okay, it was fine. I didn't have too much in there. I just got some cardboard and tried to sort of pour it in there. So, you know, I made a tiny bit of a mess, but I'll be able to easily wipe that up. This isn't 100% full, I guess. I don't care. 90, 99%, whatever. I don't. As long as it's more full than zero. Take a little bit of oil and wet the gasket, and that's it. And we'll see if we can go and get this in. And I'll deal with the wipe up after, because that's easy. Paper towel for the win. Let's see if I can do this on camera. Probably not. Drop my phone in the oil. Probably. Easy fucking peasy. Hardest part of the whole job is undoing the oil filter. That was the only part that gave me trouble. Everything else is super easy. I'm gonna have to wipe off the oil on this before I can get it properly hand tight. But to be honest, it doesn't need to be much tighter than that. I can get it even now. I won't do it more than a quarter turn more than this once I get the oil off of it and have a bit better grip. It doesn't need to be crazy tight. It's got that gasket under pressure. It holds the oil. As far as I know. Okay, it's barely dripping now, so I didn't wait a full hour or whatever I had said a couple minutes ago. It was just the time it took me to put in the new oil filter, and now it's just dripping. So I am satisfied with that being drained enough. One of the things you can do is chase down with a little bit of clean oil and let that drain through. I might do a tiny little bit of that. Not much, because oil is valuable, and these engines will run forever anyways. Tighten up the bolt, right hand, right finger. Wipe away the oil, and then tighten it with the ratchet. It's not supposed to be super tight. Best thing is to look up how tight it's supposed to be. Usually it's like around 7 to 9 foot-pounds of torque, so I don't think that's crazy tight. Tight, but not cranking on it. Okay, lucky I had both kinds. I've got the skinny orange one in there, going in, and then I have this big one here, because it would be hard to reach that skinny one, and without the skinny one, the big one doesn't fit that far down there. Tight engine bay, I guess. Yeah, so my engine takes 5.7 quarts, so about that in liters too. So my 4.73 jug will be empty. Oh, look at that, I'm dripping. But I guess it's draining pretty slow. There's a strainer at the bottom of this, so I guess that makes it drain slow. It's gonna take a little while. No point doing it on camera. I'll basically just be filling this, and then once I'm on the second jug, because I have 2 of these jugs, then I will be checking the dipstick to see once it's full. And you don't want to overfill dipstick. Everyone always goes right to full, but I like to go to halfway between min and max, start the engine, make sure that it does go down, because it might not, and then add a little bit more. I'm okay to be around the 3/4 between min and max on the dipstick. It's not really great to overfill it, apparently. Okay, so I filled it with the 4.73 liters, and then I did a tiny bit from the next jug, and it's already kind of part way up the like past the min line already, so we can go a little bit more. Okay, so I filled it. It looked like it was full on the dipstick, and so I put the cap on. I started the engine, ran it for 20 seconds, and turned it off. And now I'm going to check the dipstick again. And that's going to be hard to do on camera, but I think it went down, so it's like a quarter past the min. So I'm going to add a little bit more. By a little bit more, I'm going to do about that much. Still needs a bit more. There we go, I'm happy with that. It's just past halfway between min and max, like I'd say 60% of the way there, and that's good enough for me because I don't want to overfill it. It's too easy to do that. So I am done. Put the cap on and I'm 100% done. The one thing I forgot to say was make sure to have the car level, like drop it down off the jack before filling it with oil. So I had definitely done that. And yeah, after I let it settle, I checked the dipstick again, and it went from that about 60% of the way between min and max, and it was closer to, I thought, 80%. So that's why I don't like to go to full, because once it all kind of settles, it might be a little bit more. Okay, so we want to reset the oil, the maintenance things. So we do that by, how do we do that again? Do we have to have the engine running? Oh, here. Okay. Tells me when my oil was supposed to reset, so then I press and hold the reset button here. I was pressing these arrow buttons to go through all the different info spots in here and found this one. So press and hold, and then it should pop up saying yes or no to reset or cancel. Holding the button for a few seconds. There we go. So I'm going to go up to reset. Press this up button, and then I assume I'm going to press the reset button, and no. Yes, there we go. Reset complete. Now we are 100% done. Yeah.